Good evening. Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. It's tailgate time at the Lake Lodge with Gentleman John Stewart and company.
What's up, folks?
Mr. Crank
Whoa.
back in the house.
Yep.
And new house.
The new humble abode.
And that may be the biggest square bill I've ever seen in my, or is it a square bill?
It's a DT.
It's a DT hanging on the wall just above his left shoulder there.
It's a DT 1000.
Nice.
Very cool. Devin, yes, you are first. So before we get started tonight with the shenanigans and what have you, I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. And Devin, please feel free to stop me or comment. KBN lost a member the other night to long battle with cancer. Wayne Crowder of Backlashers lost his battle with cancer on the 10th. And I just felt that it was appropriate. We mention Wayne and share with the Backlashers community and as well as Wayne's family that we're thinking of them. And cancer sucks, period. Not a thing I can say that makes it any better. Thinking of you, prayers for Wayne and his family. And that's from all of us. There is, I believe they're continuing that. Devin, if you could answer me real quick. Are they continuing the GoFundMe?
If they are, you can scan this QR code and feel free to donate whatever you feel is right.
Absolutely. So maybe we'll show that again later on.
Yeah.
And if the guys would like to contribute a little something. We didn't know Wayne, or personally I didn't, but we're all brothers under the same skin. I felt it was appropriate to talk about that tonight. Okay, I'm sorry. I was reading Devin's response there. So maybe we'll just go ahead and show that again later, maybe at the end or something.
Mm-hmm.
Moving past that. Lots of stuff going on in the fishing community. There was fishing. There was catching.
Lots of catching.
There was a great deal of catching. I'm not gonna lie. I was pulling for Tucker to get a 40-pound bag, man.
Yeah, me too.
I really was. Super young man, and we may have to hold him to his promise.
Kyle, can you text me the link right quick
For
this show? For this show.
Oh, for the show. Okay.
Yeah. I heard from Tucker today.
Really?
Yeah, I congratulated him and asked him to be on the show. He didn't answer whether he'd be on the show, but he did answer my text from last night thanking me for the, congrats and all that. And then I texted him and said, I know you're pre-fishing, but if you could, we'd love to have you on, even if it's just for a few minutes. And so I thought I'd shoot him the link. And if he happens to get off the water and you see him join, then maybe we'll get 10 minutes out of him or something.
Sweet. Very cool.
Probably won't happen, but
That's
Never
all
know.
right.
never know.
I'll send it to you in a second.
All right.
That's all right. So Kiki has ball games. He had coach pitch and t-ball and more exciting things from the world of sports in Arma Recreation League. So he'll be on a little later.
That's big time, Arma Recreation League.
Would have to be,
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely.
So refresh our memory. You kind of told us about how this is all working last week. What is it? The bass and golf beat down, or what are you calling this thing?
Fishing and golfing beat down.
Fishing and golfing beat down. And today was day one.
Day two.
Day
Today
two.
was day two.
Day two.
So we'll just bring them all in. My dad and they, they're kind of old. So even though I say let's bring them all in, first of all, we have to get their attention because they can't hear. None of them can hear.
What?
So we got to get their attention and then wave them over, and eventually they'll roll in. And we can bring them in one at a time. And I don't know if we'll squeeze them all in, but this is my dad, Tim.
And I get no respect.
No respect.
Oh,
for
no.
Yeah. How's everybody?
Doing great, Tim. I'm sorry you're not getting any respect.
This is a no respect group.
That's right. He didn't give me any kind of consolation on the golf course today, nor in the boat. So,
Unreal.
yeah.
So, and then next we have Mike, Aquaman, Mike Aquaman Smith.
Okay.
Right here. He's dad lives in Denver. Mike lives in Kentucky.
Wow.
And then we have Jerry Pape. Many of you know Jerry, so kind of squeeze in here somewhere where you can see us. And then we have there's
There you
Jerry.
go, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Jerry lives in Bella Vista, Arkansas, by way of Nebraska and Iowa, and
Pretty much it.
Nebraska and Iowa. We can't see you, Jerry.
Oh,
Oh.
you need me
There
back.
you
Yeah,
go. Oh,
you
there
got
you go.
you got to come in here. Then we got Glenn Roan. Is it Roan? He's I guess the newbie of the old timers group,
Yep.
Yep.
Fishing novice.
fishing novice, but he can golf.
Aha.
He's a ringer.
Caught an 18-pound catfish today.
Nice.
It sure grows a lot.
Be quiet, Tim.
And then
as we speak.
last but not least, I don't know where he's at. John Shemansky.
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone. Of course, he's on the phone.
Well, welcome, guys. Who's been on a podcast before? Anybody?
Jerry, you've been on a podcast, haven't you?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm old. I forget stuff. Not one as good as this.
Here comes Shermansky.
John Shemansky lives in Denver by way of
There he is.
Hey,
Yes.
John.
Chicago,
doing?
the Chicago area. He is the quiet one of the bunch.
Yes. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
We're having a great time here, really.
Oh, yeah.
So you got everybody in. So I'll tell you how it's going or how it worked. Day one, so Jerry brought his boat over and we paired up, and two guys went with Jerry and two guys went with me, and we fished for not 8 hours. We went to breakfast first, day one. You got to start with breakfast.
Yay.
Mhm.
So we went to breakfast at Matt's, introduced them to Matt's, and then we went fishing till noon and weighed our weight. And then we went golfing, played 9 holes, and we got a point system, and I'll tell you about here in a second. But so day one was day one, and I've got all kinds of like score sheets and tabulations and
And they keep changing.
oh yeah,
on us.
yeah, we've got
Just so you
Yeah.
can't figure it out, right, Tim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he makes a lot of moves at midnight, on it.
What do you guys know about this Oklahoma math that John's using?
we had a $20 entry fee, and we're gonna do this for 3 days. And so we've just had 2 days, so tomorrow's the final day. First place is $60 and a tackle bag and a hat.
Well, hello.
Nice.
And second is $40 and a buck knife.
There you go.
Third place is a coffee tumbler, and fourth is a t-shirt, fifth is a t-shirt, and sixth is a keychain light. So everybody wins something for their $20. Big Bass is worth $20. And for the golf scoring, triple bogey is worth -1 pound. A double bogey is worth even. You don't get any plus or minus. Bogey is +1 pound. Par is +2 pounds. Birdie +3, and the eagle +4. So day one, I had my dad and Glenn with me, and we didn't do too well fishing. We had 2 keepers that weighed 5'9", and Jerry, they won the day one fishing with 10-1.
Mm-hmm.
And then the golf on day one was even. We all got, it was, nobody gained any ground or lost any ground. We all got +14 pounds on our weight, which gave a total of, I don't have the totals.
There he goes with the Oklahoma math again.
I don't have the totals.
Yeah.
I don't have the totals, but I can give you day two. I can give you day two stuff. Day two, I had John Szymanski and Mike Smith, Aquaman. And we had 19-1 today.
Oh,
And a big of.
And we had a big bass of 5'10".
nice.
And Jerry had Dad and Glenn, and they had 10-15. And then the golfing was a little different today. We had the same partners each day that we had fishing. So whoever you fished with, that's who you golfed with, and we did a scramble. So, but we played even yesterday, but today we did not. So Jerry and Dad and Glenn had a great round, or 9 holes of golf, and they had +18 pounds.
Whoa.
And me and John and Mike, who had never golfed before today.
Mike is playing. He played golf since 2:00 today.
Yeah.
That's 2 o'clock today.
Yeah.
He had never swam before today either.
Yeah, he'd never swam.
Hmm.
Yeah, we had +11, which tightened up the score. So going into tomorrow, John Szymanski and Mike Aquaman Smith. They have 54 pounds and 2 ounces. 54.2 or 54.2. Jerry is in third with 52.25. Fourth would be me with 50 pounds even. And then tied for fifth is Dad and Glenn at 48.05. So it's tight going into tomorrow. It's like 6 pound difference from last to first.
It's all in tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
yep.
Leaving nothing on the table.
That's right.
We're
Yep.
dead serious.
I feel like we're going to have to know about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a story here.
So
Yeah.
I was testing the water.
That's your story.
Well,
You got to scoot over where we can see you.
Oh, I'm in there. You know?
There you go. Now you're in there. You
Yeah.
weren't.
Okay. Well, John had caught a fish. and
This John, the other
this
John.
back here. When he pulled on it real hard, I was standing next to him, lost my balance, stepped down off a little step down in the boat, and then I really lost my balance. About took John out of the boat, but I went out. So
Oh no.
I got the name. So I got my clothes washed and everything.
Some people think I might have helped him go out of the boat so I wouldn't go out, but
yeah.
He did like a backflip
yeah.
out of the
Sweet.
I
boat.
did have a handprint on my back bruise, you know,
You know,
like I might have been pushed, but you know, we'll let that go.
yeah, I told John he's okay. I gotta pull his bass in.
So anyway,
Right.
I'm the first to go in the water, first to play golf. So, and we
Nice.
did today.
Was the water temperature at least good today?
It was very good, about 55.
I think the water temp was about 69 where we were.
Well, anyway,
It's
Pretty
still a little bit chilly.
Little chilly.
yeah.
I did have and this is something every boater should have in the boat. I'm really surprised Mr. Pate back here didn't have one in the boat. I have a dry bag that has a pair of jeans, a pair of socks, underwear, a couple t-shirts, shoes. And if you go in, you can strip that all off and put on put those clothes on. So we got out the dry bag, first time it's ever been used, but he was glad he had it, and he put on one of my t-shirts and
And Mike won't tell us what underwear he's wearing.
Yeah, right.
I have my underwear.
It's a bikini cut.
Hey guys, I won't tell you the competition is fierce, but I did find a nail in my tire on my boat. Right now.
Oh wow.
It up, there was a nail, and I had to go get a spare fixed.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's all good.
we've had good times. I mean, the fishing is not super easy. I really wish it was in the bushes. A week and a half ago, it was pretty easy to catch keeper fish, and they pulled the lake pretty hard. Like it's almost back down to normal pool
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
already. So they pulled it pretty hard, and the fish are, I think, still confused a little bit. And I think the 3 big ones I caught were all spawning or going there. They had a little bit of blood on their tails, and they were fat, and it was just, I don't know. I just think they're confused, and we didn't catch a lot of fish today. Now Jerry and his team, they caught. That was day one.
Here, you want me to go ahead and throw some of those up, John?
Hey, go ahead.
All right.
That was day one. Our big 5-pound, 9-ounce bag there. And then Jerry and they had 10-1. That's their 10-1 on day one. I think that was today. Was that today?
That was yesterday's.
No, that was yesterday's drum.
Today.
Oh, it was-
That's today.
That's
Oh,
today's drum.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 'cause you
He
played.
caught a drum today. That's today's bag for Jerry's boat. 10 pounds, and that's the big 510.
Yeah, it's got a bloody tail for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And 19 pounds. It's not the biggest bag I've ever had on Grand, but it's maybe the second biggest.
Solid bag.
Yeah, it was just one of those days where, because like I said, we didn't catch a lot of fish. That's my dad, and he caught a lot of shad yesterday. There's a shad spawn going on like Kiki was talking about, but I don't know about Jerry, but I could not catch a shad spawn fish.
I was
tried.
happy that my bait was
That's 2-pound bass
as
Dad
large as
caught.
a shad.
The tiebreaker is your biggest fish that you personally catch. So, we had to weigh each one. That's a good one. Jerry caught a 4.4 today. They weren't
That was
catching
it.
nothing. And see, this is where we get back to the being honest with each other type of
Wait a
thing.
minute, Wait a minute.
Dude.
Wait a minute.
Now you don't even know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, but it can be good.
It is good because I get on these guys for not telling the truth. And Jerry called because they were catching fish, and we weren't catching them. We were not catching them. And I told Jerry we had 2 in the box. Jerry said he had 2 in the box. And then, did I not tell you we had 2 for 7 pounds in the box?
First, you said you had 2 little ones.
Did
You
I
didn't
not
call
tell you?
me when you had 2 big ones?
No,
in the
you
box.
called me.
I know I called you, but you didn't call
And
to share.
did- but
We
did
called
I-
to share.
But did I not tell you we had 2 for 7 in the
Yes,
box?
Yes, you did. After a little prying.
2 for 7 in the box. I told him the truth. And then he got serious. He's like, "Oh, I better get busy." And then it wasn't long after that he sent me the 4-pound picture.
Well, first of all, John sent me the picture of the 510. Well, I caught that 4.4 and I held it way out. I said it was 5.11. Then I fessed up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went fishing Tuesday or last Thursday, and fishing was pretty silly in the bushes and the white bass. Like, I don't know if I texted you guys the white bass pictures, but I made like 100 casts and caught 54 white bass.
Oh my.
But one of them was a 7-pound wiper that I caught, and they were all over. Like, there were schools and schooling wipers and striped and white bass like everywhere. And I haven't seen that. I haven't been in the area because I was counting on that for fun, like if fishing was a little tough,
Mhm.
we'd get on some white bass and we'd catch them for an hour, and we just haven't seen that. I don't know about Jerry, but
We still catch a lot of white bass, but it's just real spotty.
yeah.
It's not like they're schooling up.
Yeah. So we got one more fishing morning left and one more golf afternoon, and we'll see who comes out on top. It's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
We're having a good time. They couldn't have picked better weather. I mean, the wind has been like light and variable. I think we need a little more wind, but the wind's been nice. The weather temperatures are nice. It's not raining. So we're having a good time.
Good group.
Jerry's wife made us, shout out to Julie, made us calico beans for dinner last night. We had that. Watched Amelia play softball on the big screen. Watched the Cubs win.
Yeah.
We're having a great time.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I mowed
Nice.
yesterday and today.
Very good. Very good. We
So-
might have to make this an annual deal. Maybe even expand it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Maybe get some Idle Zone Syndicate guys down here.
Amateur contest.
I'm in.
I'm not a golfer, but I have fallen out of the boat a couple times.
There you go.
Same night?
Yeah.
I was telling him we all have. We've all fallen out of the boat.
Even though I fell out the boat, got pretty wet. Yeah,
You gotta be on John's golf team, Danny.
you know. Still have a good time.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
It's fun.
You could have the Lake Lodge traveling trophy.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
you go.
we might have to put
There we
something.
go.
Yeah.
Have our pictures up on the wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Post off.
Yeah.
Wanted.
Yes.
So what's strategy tonight, John? You gonna maybe refill the beer cooler and
No, I don't know what the
keep them
strategy.
all up late?
I mean, they all stayed up pretty late last night.
Yeah, we made it to what, 9 o'clock?
Made it, yeah.
Yeah.
Made it
That
till-
is late.
Some of us didn't make it to then.
Yeah, that's 9 o'clock, the beer time.
I stayed up late because we had Mike here wasn't going to golf or hadn't golfed and wasn't going to golf. He was just going to ride along. But we played Shangri-La today. And so we thought that it was going to be more strict, where, they're going to have a starter and they're going to, make sure everybody has some clubs and everybody, we weren't playing in a group of 6 and holding everybody up, but it was far from that. It was
Yeah.
complete. We could have probably played all together and
Yeah.
there was
Probably
nobody
could've.
behind us for a while.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had a buddy that Mike didn't have a set of clubs. So I texted one of my church buddies and said, "Can we borrow your clubs?" And I was just going to have him bring them out in the morning and throw them in the truck, while we were out fishing. And he's like, "I'll bring them out there tonight." So I ended up staying up till like 10:30 till he got here with the clubs. The clubs that are as old as these guys.
Oh,
Maybe older.
And
The clubs are pretty old.
I am a rookie, but I will say they had to play on my ball a couple times.
We did.
There you go.
All right.
We played on your ball twice on the final hole.
He gave me a pretty good shot when he did.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I'm not a rookie no more.
Nope. And you can swim.
I have a feeling that one's not going away for a while.
Nope.
one of those where you say, "Don't save them yet. I want to get a picture first. Let me get my phone."
Oh, see, Mark Moody not on here. I saw where Mark Moody won a tournament over the weekend.
Yes, I saw that too. Stockton.
Yeah. That's good. We got the Falcon Grand Challenge down here this weekend. So it'll be big. We're full. They start checking in tomorrow, and then guys will check in Thursday, I think most of them. A couple of them are checking in tomorrow. That's a big tournament on Grand every year. A lot of people fish it. I don't know how many they get. I think they usually get 200 or 300 boats. I think.
Earlier today, and I don't know why I saw this. I just saw the number 323.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I just saw somebody comment. So there's the Falcon Challenge, and then what's on Sunday? Nichols.
Nichols is on Sunday.
There's Moody.
Moody fishing the bushes. I wish we were fishing the bushes. Man, that was fun.
Moodster. He's not going to comment anything. Dang it. I was hoping he would give us a little rundown on his Stockton in the comments, but maybe he's on his phone and trying to smoke a cigar and drink a whiskey.
He caught him in the bushes, apparently. He's not going to tell us where he caught him.
Oh no, he's not going to.
But this week they're down on the Sabine River, the elite guys. So they're going from, like Jerry said, catching 9-pounders to a limit that weighs 9 pounds
Yeah,
Yeah.
polar opposites.
to be good. And they'll be in good shape with that, probably
Yep.
every day. I cancel what? Why would they do that?
I did hear what she's talking about.
What? Spill the beans.
Well, it was from I don't know what you want to call the source, but we all know who we're talking about, SJ. But I saw that video that's about that too.
All the more reason not to cancel it.
Yeah,
Just to
they're
spite.
saying lots of high water and flooding.
Which I would
But-
think would make it good.
Yeah, I would assume it would make it better. You get back further in places.
Yeah. I don't know.
Too
I
much
find
drama.
Too much drama, too many cancellations. Just go fishing.
I guess I find it odd from a safety standpoint that they get to go out there and do a full practice in those conditions, but they can't do the tournament in those conditions.
Right, exactly.
I mean, the liability is there regardless.
Yeah. It's either safe. It's safe enough today or it's not.
Yeah.
Did you see
We'll
Matt
see.
Heron's post too?
Oh yes. I didn't know for sure what all we wanted to visit about this evening. So
Whatever.
I was holding off on that. But yeah. I'm just sick of drama. I just want to go back to fishing. It's getting to be like NASCAR.
Yeah.
If you were a NASCAR fan at all, well, I guess I could go ahead and just
Do
go
it.
Grandpa Dan and say that it's getting to be like every other professional sport,
Yeah.
where it's more
It is.
about drama and clickbait than it is the actual sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's probably true what Brandon said.
Probably.
Understandable though. I mean, there's so much more to the Classic than just a tournament.
Right.
I mean, if they cancel Sabine, it's not, you're not talking about hundreds of thousands of people in their hotel rooms and the expo folks and all that stuff. So it's, I get that.
Oh, good point from Devin too.
What's go on? Expand on that.
He's still reading the other one.
I'm rereading it because I'm thinking if they
Is it when's the NPFL next week?
I believe so.
I mean, I'm trying to just figure out why it would be sabotage the NPFL.
Yeah, because it would be probably into the season before they could
Yeah,
find.
they're not. We're not talking about we're not talking about postponing till next week. We're talking about canceling.
Yeah. So
Now, if they postponed it till next week, and the NPFL is next week, that would be an issue. But I assure you, I believe that what the NPFL, that doesn't have anything to do, any bearing on decisions made at Bass. Zero.
Oh, well, okay. The guys have seen something that we haven't seen, apparently. All good. Cross the bridge when you get to it.
Yeah.
Tim,
Yeah.
you're especially quiet over there.
I mean,
Nudge your dad. He's going to sleep.
I'd like to know where they get their info about when the rescheduled day would be. I mean, unless the elite has a makeup schedule already listed, that would be it. But if they did have it listed, which they used to do, there used to be a makeup date in place in case there's a cancellation. And so if that date was already in place, then it's the other way around. NPFL scheduled their tournaments on
The makeup time.
the makeup date. And then, so that's is what it is.
Okay, well, they have bailed themselves out. They're blaming SJ on this. So,
And
all
TikTok.
good. Yes, there you go. There's a comment from Dennis that's I agree with. It's always fun to watch the fighter man.
Love watching Spider-Man. I watched him set a hook with a cigarette in his mouth.
And flick it in the water.
Yeah.
Isn't it hilarious that the only drama anybody could come up with,
Oh no, here we go.
and by anybody I mean the clickbait artists, the only drama anybody could come up with from this event was the fighter man flicking the cigarette butt in the water.
Yeah.
As if hundreds of anglers daily don't do that.
Yeah. He
Oh.
cracks me up. He's got a sweet mustache.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
I mean, probably the best.
That that video he did with Matt Robertson when when he stuck the sticker on his shoulder so they had matching tattoos. That was
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Seth is one of those guys too that if he shaves his facial hair off, he looks like a completely different person.
Yeah. Imagine if he shaved his facial hair and cut his hair.
Oh no.
We know he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a clue who he was.
Until he opened his mouth.
Yeah.
Until he talked.
You never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Who was the kid years ago? And by years ago, I'm saying 15, 18. Was it Jason Williams? Something like that. The one that had the big
Oh,
earrings and the
Jason Quinn.
yeah.
Yeah, and he had like the stitched up jeans and everything.
Yeah.
I think he was from North Carolina or South
Yeah.
Carolina in there somewhere.
Yeah.
What happened to that dude?
In the Evan Williams boat.
All the bling in the Evan Williams boat.
Yeah, Evan Williams. Whatever happened to that kid?
I saw him somewhere. Fish tournament. I saw him fishing something. I don't know. There's a lot of guys that were around back then. I mean, the first cigarette smoker was Kevin Worth. Not Kevin Worth. Yeah, Kevin Worth. Worth, the jockey. He was a jockey.
Yeah.
He was about this tall, light. He smoked cigarette. Smoked a couple packs a day while he was fishing.
Well, it worked. You know, like grandma always told you, if you smoke cigarettes, it stunts your growth.
Yeah,
So he just wanted to stay that way.
it did for him.
He's a jockey. Good plan.
Yeah.
Then there was Mr. Farrell
Farrell.
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my.
We should get him on the show.
That'd be all right.
We don't have enough time.
That would be such a good show.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. I don't see Skippy very much anymore.
Yeah.
He's kind of splitting his time between Dallas and Hutchinson.
Is he still an elevator man?
He is retired.
Oh.
And about the time that he retired and was going to sell out here and move everything to Dallas area, because that's where his parents are in Grapevine, or his father still remains in Grapevine. His mother passed. Yeah, like all of us, that's when things started going south with the family and health wise.
Yeah.
But he's still around. I would be scared to have Skippy on here because we don't have a hot button.
Yeah, we'll have to put a parental warning at the beginning.
We got a pretty rowdy crew there at the Lake Lodge right now. I don't know.
Yeah, they're rowdy.
The end of 2 days of golf and fishing. We're all
I'm ready to go back out.
a lot of exercise.
John's ready to go.
I'm ready to go back out now.
A good time, great time.
Just take your time.
I will tell you that the fishing for me, for our boat today, was not easy. I mean, we caught 19 pounds, but it was that we worked. And John, he wanted a bass bad, and he fished hard all day long. And we were at the end of the day, and it was like 11:53. And Jerry said, "We're headed in." And I said, "Well, we're going right across there to cull out this 2-pounder that we got." And Jerry and Jerry said, "What? You just said you had 4 back there." And I did have 4 when they came by, but we caught our 5th one.
Yeah.
And we had a 2-pounder we needed to get rid of. So we're going to go over here and fish this point. And Jerry said, "Fine, we're going to go around." I said, "You got to be in the buoys by noon. It's not fishing." So we went to the point, and Jerry went around us and went on down the bank a little ways. And
2 fish penalty.
and we fished that point, and at 11:59, John hooked a bass, and I'm like, "You got a minute to get that thing in," and he got it in, and it was a 1 pound 8 ounce. Didn't help us in our bag, but it helped him on his tie. The tiebreaker is your largest bass in case there's a tie, which we're tied. There's a couple guys tied going into tomorrow, so the tiebreaker is their biggest bass if they end up tied. So we had to weigh everybody's fish whenever they caught one, and so he wanted a fish bad, and
The hog is mine tomorrow.
he got it. He didn't give up.
Is there a fish landing penalty?
No fish landing penalty.
So you can dive in the water to land the fish, is what you're saying.
Yeah, sure,
Working
whatever.
on it.
Tried that. He tried that.
I had a fish eye view.
That's a movie where it was at Rock Hudson and Doris Day, where he was a sports representative or whatever. Great movie. Didn't know anything about fishing, but he fell in the water, come out with a bass in his hand.
I could have done that.
I mean,
Nobody's that old, John.
Brandon, it really was. I mean, I know it really was not easy. Like, and there was no pattern. Like, we only caught like 8 or 10 largemouth bass today, and all in different spots, and not the same type of spot. They were different. You know, some were on long tapering points, and some were on 45-degree banks, and some were behind a dock, and some weren't. They just happened to be big, everyone that bit.
Yeah.
You know, that was,
You're living right.
you know, that
Yeah.
it wasn't really that easy. Like, if it was easy, I'd be pretty confident about what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I have no idea what we're going to do tomorrow. So,
Win.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch one and blow you to
And then play golf. Then
blow
play
your
golf.
doors off.
And we're gonna win.
they talk.
Wow.
Get him another beer.
I mean, Aquaman here is leading the tournament and hasn't caught a bass.
Oh my.
Not
Nor
bad,
did,
you know.
nor did he play golf
Yeah.
before today.
And he's
How'd that
never
work?
golfed before today.
That's why I
He's
question
he's
the
leading this
scorekeeping.
thing.
For a nominal fee, I'll tell you guys how it happened.
I'm going to circle back through the comments here real quick. Brian, El Dorado is still, you know, it's like all the lakes out here. You know, they silt in so bad. Siltation is the biggest issue. drawback to, the cover and everything, but it's a cycle thing, and spring of the year still pretty good. There's still a lot of smallmouth in it. Some pretty decent largemouth. They don't do a lot of bigger stuff over there anymore, but there's a lot of I think there's two different ABA divisions that fish it, and it's usually
Six.
15 ish to take it.
They love the
Harvey
butterscotch salt crawl there.
Yes, we got to have salt crawl, butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Harvey County, I haven't fished for a little while, but they still catch them. Marion is another one of those fluctuation things.
Marion.
Some years it's great, and other years, it's low, and for whatever reason, the drainage around Marion, they have such an issue with the blue-green algae anymore. Honestly, there's a lot of the time that lake is closed off to being in the water. So. Brandon says, I've never seen anyone smoke more than Toby Hartzell.
I
don't know, man. My former buddy partner.
Yeah, Farrell.
Mm-hmm. I know that's right.
That was usually.
I'll tell you who else could burn a few. Blaha.
Yeah. Absolutely. Farrell sometimes was 2 packs in the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During tournament day.
Wonder how many Seth smokes a day. Does anybody know?
I'm gonna say a bunch. I thought that one shot they had was great, where they'd ordered pizza.
That was good.
He was laying on the deck with his ambassador or marshal or whatever you want to call him, and the camera guy, and they.
Pizza's got a lot of good press. She did it the day before too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm probably wrong for saying this, but there was a time or two when Trey McKinney tripped over those flip-flops, and just one time I wanted him to at least go down.
It's gonna happen eventually.
I want him to at least go down on the deck. I'm like, man,
You couldn't say.
what is it with these scoping kids and kicking rods overboard?
This is.
Because they don't pay attention to anything but the screen.
Yes, man. I watch it, and I'm trying to watch the professional do what they do to catch the fish, and the dad in me is like, boy, would you pick that crap up?
Yeah.
Good night. Put them rods at the edge and strap them down or something. Wow.
Or put them away, or not using half of them.
Yeah. Looks
Well,
like they're playing
can't-
pickup sticks, and they all fell down.
Yeah, I
sideways.
can't really. I used 2 rods today, but had friggin' 13 on the deck. So
Well, there's a little more at stake here than there was.
oh, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I'm saying for your derby, there's a little more at stake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know what you're doing. You got to have 13 rods on the deck.
Who was it at Fork that's throwing an 8XD hangs it up, snaps it off, puts another
Yeah.
one on.
Yeah.
Then another chartreuse one, throws it, and then 5 minutes later they show him again, and he's got a white one on. And so he's just breaking off these 8XDs like right and left.
Yeah.
Yeah, good sponsors.
And we gotta
Well,
ship
Mark's
out-
also just won $100,000, so he didn't care about whether he had to buy a couple of 8XDs.
But I was just gonna say that we got to shout out to Josh again.
Oh yeah.
Josh Plady's a clutch swim bait company. Made the big time. I think that was even on the Fox channel.
And even if you're a guy like me that really can't tell the difference just by looking at them, when they're throwing them or whatever, you can sure see it when he opened his lid and there's a big old box that says clutch on it.
Yeah.
All that. I'm like, okay, it was a clutch.
There's a lot of guys throwing that on tour right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Josh.
We need to have him on sometime.
We do need to have him on.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Jerry, what are you fishing this year?
Fishing the Beaver Lake Elite Series because it's 30 minutes from home. And then I'm in a club in Northwest Arkansas Bassmasters, and then I'm still part of the Nebraska Federation too. So but about it. So Beaver's close. It's kind of fun. It's been a tough lake to figure out. And, 12, 13 pounds is a really good bag. Where I came from up at Okoboji last weekend, I think they had 27 won it and 2 26-pound bags. So, a little different.
Yeah. Clutch is clutch, says Devin.
That's,
You were just on it today, Pino.
mhm. I almost got it out the other day, but I didn't.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good plan there, Pino. Get Jerry to pick you up.
Mm-hmm. When's the best time to go to Okoboji, Jerry?
There's a bunch of lakes. Spirit Lake, as soon as the day the ice is off, Spirit Lake is right next to Okoboji up there. And the smallmouth is unbelievable. I mean, lots and lots of 5-pound smallmouth and lots of 4-pound smallmouth. So that's typically sometime middle towards the end of April. And then it's good through Okoboji's good. You can get, there's guys getting 25, 26-pound bags in June, July, and August out in the deep weed lines. So, I mean, it's just good all year. There's a lot of pleasure boaters out there, which makes it rough in the summer. But just it's healthy as can be and a lot of good. And it can be, you can have 25 pounds of smallmouth and you can have 25 pounds of largemouth or mixed.
Oh, nice.
It's really, really nice.
If you know what you're doing, or
Yeah,
you just can't.
There's some, you can. There's some local knowledge that helps a lot, but still, it's funny because I've been in some of the tournaments and I'll go to some of my spots and these guys have been there for the first time, and they're like, "Well, we fished this yesterday," because the mapping is so good nowadays,
Mhm.
and if you can find some off the wall places, it's great. But so many of the community holes are you just got good mapping and you can go find them and go catch them. So, but it's just a fun fishery up there. I just don't like the winters. I don't want to ice fish anymore, so that's why I'm in Arkansas.
Amen.
I don't ever want to ice fish.
I don't even want to wear a heavy coat.
Yeah, me neither.
It's awkward silence.
Awkward silence. Kyle, we could start asking Mr. Stewart about John.
We
Oh,
could. That wouldn't be safe for me. I wouldn't do anything at all.
Yeah.
He's the scorekeeper.
You guys all know everything there is to know.
Not quite.
You don't know what they know. You don't know. You don't know what they know.
Yeah.
They're in the same boat tomorrow.
They probably know more than you know, Dad.
They probably do. Yeah. He
Any
was a pretty good
38s
boy.
on the card today? No 38s on the card. I mean, we played a scramble, Brandon. So, I mean, what'd you guys shoot? You shot pretty good
Even par.
scramble.
Yeah. 3 birdies, 3 bogeys, 3 pars.
What's even par? 36.
It was probably
36. They shot a scramble. 36. And ours wasn't that good. Ours was not that good. Thursday, we're going to play individual 18. We're going to see. Then we're going to see how everybody plays. Mm-hmm. $38 in 18 holes.
no.
Brandon saying
Possible.
somebody said they shot 38 in 18 holes.
That's good,
No.
isn't it?
Must be a fisherman.
Yeah.
It's stories.
I don't even think that's possible.
No.
No.
No way. He said second place was 46.
Par 3 course,
Yeah, I guess maybe if it was par 3.
executive course. Would be executive course too. With 3s and 4s.
I mean, to get a 36, you'd have to shoot.
That's a 2
Every-
on.
that's
a
2 on every hole.
And a 4 on and a 3 on 2 holes.
It's not
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
So that means you're holding out from the fairway on every par 4.
Yeah, it's not
And
possible.
hole in one on every par 3, basically.
4 mulligans.
The fisherman.
Yeah, it wasn't us.
No.
Jared Knuth says, "Don't let Jerry keep score."
Hey, remember your boat, Knuth, is right over here.
Yeah,
It's sitting over in this last bay. Who knows what he's going to find in his boat when he comes down this weekend?
Oh,
why don't you know that's my boat? We traded for storage fees.
is this everybody's first time to John and Val's place there?
Most of them, except me.
Dad's been here.
Pretty
Wow.
awesome.
I've been here a few times.
Jerry's been here.
Jerry.
Jerry's been here more than any of them, I think.
My first time in Arkansas.
We're not in Arkansas.
See, that's what I'm
This
saying.
definitely is first.
No,
Glad you're not in our boat tomorrow.
Well, he wasn't in the water today.
Well,
Yeah.
He's waterlogged.
know,
He's waterlogged.
I have something to do. I go through a little bit to get to Oklahoma. That's the first time I've been to Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
We're having fun, that's for sure.
Yeah.
well,
Awesome. That's all that matters. You're
I
not
guess.
what?
No, I'm just reading Cody and Brandon's. They're talking about how the scores, those golf scores are. I guess if they went by handicap, it's possible.
Who knows? Yeah, cool.
Possible. I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
That's pretty low. We used to play a scramble at Brett's fundraiser when he coached, and you know the lowest team always had
18 to 20 under is about
yeah
is shooting.
yeah it was like in the
Scramble
50s. It was in the 50s.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
52.
eagle some par fives, and they're going to birdie
Like
everything
52
else.
was great score.
Or some of these kids hit it a mile.
Right.
So, but still, you still got to make putts. And
Jared's trying to sell me his boat. I'll keep mine.
how much Jared want for that?
He wants my boat plus 18,000.
yeah.
He's getting serious. Well, it's got a new hub on it.
It does have a new hub on the back left wheel, tandem axle. Brand spanking new.
All I got was a nail in my tire.
So now we got there.
So far.
You got it fixed though. If you ever need to get your tire fixed,
Spinner tire.
Spinner Tire just north of us.
We got done with fishing. And I was going to go drop the boat off. They said, well, they close at 5. We wouldn't be done golfing. He says, we're going to have to fix your tire in 5 minutes. I handed him $15, and 5 minutes later, I was rolling out. So
Wow.
it was awesome. It was very good.
That is very cool.
John recommended it. So
Where'd you say you're playing tomorrow?
you already
Well, we were going to play Shangri-La, but we're not playing there tomorrow because it was not the price they quoted us. And it was pretty unorganized, really, for the
Yeah.
the course is in great shape.
for the price you pay. But it was a beautiful
The course
course,
is in great shape.
you know. But they just had a high school regional there today. Like we were following that, so there was hundreds of kids running around, you know, just finishing golfing, and so I'm sure it was kind of chaotic for the staff, but still,
Place.
it was. So we're gonna go play Peoria Ridge tomorrow.
It's another great golf course.
Yeah.
Just north of here. Just south of Miami.
Very cool.
I'll be right back.
How'd everybody do on their fantasy team?
I did not do worth flip. I don't know if since the Kyles have forgotten a time or two if they're even still playing.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, I didn't do worth a darn.
I did. Let me see. I didn't do too bad, I don't think. Stetson Blaylock let me down. Let me pull up our group here.
You're in the green. Good.
I had 11:45.
I had about half that.
Me and Terry Rittenhouse both had 11:45. I moved up. I moved up into fourth. Oh, Brandon, he's leading still, but he had a bad tournament though. Tightened it up. Tightened it up. 53 points separate first and fourth. Yeah. We probably need to pick our other ones tonight, I guess. I haven't done that yet. We could do it.
I'm working on getting us a copy here. I'm not as quick and nubile as these kids we have on the show with my laptop and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not good at that either.
Let me get back here.
Brandon, you're still leading. Pretty much. Just shuffle below you a little bit. You.
Oh. Way down the list. I'm way down the list. You guys moved up, and
Brandon.
you want to do that right now?
Yeah, we can do that right now. Fill some time.
Let me get to mine.
Like, since we haven't picked
Wow.
them, I guess we'll just take turns maybe.
I got my picks already done.
Oh, you already got yours done?
Oh, I
yeah,
did.
since I missed last week.
You do too?
Yep.
No, I don't. So maybe I should go first so I'm not copying you. We don't know whether it's gonna be canceled or not, huh? I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do the same thing that I did last time. You want me to go?
If you're ready.
If you're ready, let her fly.
I'm as good as ready. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go John Cox in A.
In A, I'm going Bill Lowen.
Okay.
And I, the Fighter Man.
The Fighter Man.
Fighter Man. Beautiful.
Llama.
All right. B. B's a tough one. B is a tough one. I'm going to go Jordan Lee.
Good one. I went with the hot man,
Mm-hmm.
the one that the rider that's riding the best right now, and I went with Easton Fothergill.
Yeah.
What is he? Four top tens in a row?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did the same thing.
That's why I didn't go with him.
I'd considered picking him in a couple other tournaments, and I didn't, and I kicked myself for it.
I think he's, I don't know. We'll see. It's just not a, I don't think it's going to be a scoper. So C, I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Mr. Sabine himself, Jason Christie.
Copier.
Copier.
Everybody else.
That's
I
a tough
took
one to
Jason.
bet against.
D. I'm going with Hackney.
Copier again.
Oh, copier.
You too,
Yeah.
Craig?
Yeah.
Kyle picked it. Okay. E, I'm going. This E is like just a toss up. I'm gonna go Mike Iaconelli.
Boom.
He's due.
He's due.
He hasn't
I-
done squat. So, hey, there's Kiki.
Kiki's
Yeah.
here.
What do you say, guys?
Did we win?
Always.
You don't keep score.
Did they all have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Is Max tired? Did he hustle and is he tired?
He's worse lick.
Okay, good.
But not too tired to eat.
We're coming to you straight from the pool deck.
Look
Oh,
at
nice.
you.
How about that?
Yeah, we're outside too.
Man, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
I think the wind has slowed down to 30 here.
I'm sorry because you come a little bit further this way and wow,
The wind stops at Fredonia.
this is
That's-
outstanding.
From what I understand, yes,
The wind
does
stops at Fredonia.
at
The
Fredonia.
last couple of days have been absolutely outstanding.
Oh yes, here too.
They have.
John, your bunch of guys, wow. I mean, they got some perfect days to get some bass caught. Wow, I can't imagine. I wished I could take off work and come down there and join you fellas. I bet it was great.
Just pay your entry fee and join the club.
Just pay your entry fee, they said.
How good a golfer are you?
Yeah.
I'm a good caddy.
In other words,
I know how to jump in a golf cart and chase a ball. So maybe lend a suggestion or two. I don't know how you guys are, but
It breaks left, it breaks right. Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. I don't know what you
Dude,
guys
hijacked it.
but-
Totally hijacked our-
We were picking our team.
Yeah.
You picked Iaconelli, yes?
I did.
I thought we're a half a year into our Elite Series rookie season. I went with the homie and picked Blake Caps.
I tried that already this year. He burnt me, so I'm done with him.
I went with The G-Man.
There you go.
That's who Jerry told me to pick, and I didn't go with it. But
See how it works.
Hey, John, which one of them's your pops?
I think he got tired of this and went to bed.
I'm awake.
He's right here.
Hey, there's Pop Stewart. How are you?
Yeah,
Oh, we
that's
got
me.
that.
We look alike, do we?
A little bit, yeah. I see some resemblance. That's outstanding. How many fish have you caught more than John?
Oh, it's too many to count. Yeah, well, I'm not too good of a fisherman, so I'm just here for the enjoyment.
Are you a better golfer?
And no, I'll use that same line. I'm not a very good golfer.
He caught as many fish as I caught yesterday.
He's humble though. I like it.
Yeah.
Is he letting you? Is he front boating you any, or are you getting any? Are you getting any cast in around him, or?
I thought I was supposed to fish out of the back. That's what he told me.
You probably ought to just edge right on up there next to him and just get after him.
Yeah,
We fished together yesterday,
and tomorrow.
and we didn't do great yesterday. He was not with me today,
And he
So-
did good.
and we did good. So I'm not sure I want to bring him. I'm not sure I want to bring him with me tomorrow, but he is. He's with
Yeah.
me. So
I'm there.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, it's
got
a good
you covered.
time.
Pretty cool.
I
You
got,
guys
I got both these guys with me tomorrow.
cool.
Dad and
John, another John.
the quiet one, John.
Post-spawn 101.
I don't think so. I think they're spawning.
Really? Full moon? Well, yeah. Maybe a little bit of a second flurry. Full moon.
I mean, the big two I caught had bloody tails.
Yep. Little full moon action going on.
Yeah.
That's cool. Chatterbait, square bill, stuff like that, hopefully.
No, you know what I caught them on.
Fripping.
Tube and a fritz side.
On a Fritz side.
Square bill.
Fritting and fripping.
I like it. I like it. Little Carolina rig action anywhere?
Did catch some Carolina rig fish today.
Good.
No big ones though. All the big ones were like just different. Most of them were near a point, but totally different. You know, might be flat point one time and a 45 one time, and might be behind a dock one time. They just weren't really not really a pattern. Just everyone I caught was a big one today.
No shad spawn.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yes.
Oh,
Shad spawned most of the morning yesterday, and I could
Nice.
not make it work. I think Dad caught one out of the shad spawn,
Yeah.
non-keeper, and I could not make it work.
it may have just started. So,
But they were. I tell you what, I did catch today that I was very surprised at. I caught like three or four docks in a row. I caught one off the front corner.
ooh. Yeah.
None of them were any big. None of them were very big, but
Yeah, they're up there shatter spawning around those docks, and
they weren't though where we were today.
Hmm.
That was yesterday, and we were in a different part of the lake.
well, the good news is that tomorrow is your last day of competition, and you guys decide to go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And golf.
And golf.
We're doing both.
Golf.
We do both.
Unless we're tied.
Thursday's the non-competition.
Unless we're tied, then we'll have to keep going.
Oh, unless we're tied. No, that's what tiebreaker's big bass. Your biggest bass.
Yeah. The
Cool.
rules change a lot.
The rules have not changed since I printed this. Since I printed this on day one.
Kind of like we all agree on that, but one.
Give me a long drive home.
We're having a great time.
Dad's just mad because he's last. He's tied for last.
That's right. And the scorekeeper is my son, so I
Yes.
would think something could be done about that.
Can't help it. We didn't catch any fish yesterday.
We will tomorrow.
I hope.
All right.
Oh, good stuff.
As I said, sorry to interrupt.
No, we're good. We are good.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't do the winning weight.
Oh, we didn't.
I'm going with the same weight I did last week.
Bold move, Cotton.
Not.
Like for the whole field, or
divided by my weight was 52 pounds even. That's probably high.
You don't think they'll catch 15 a day?
Not every day. No, I don't.
I mean, it's earlier than they went there the last time.
Yeah, but I mean, these guys above us are telling me Slick Johnson is telling them that it's going to be canceled.
Why does Slick Johnson have any power whatsoever?
Mhm.
How does he know it's going to be canceled?
Because he's Slick Johnson.
He's got somebody's ear.
Brandy Rocket says that Bass is going to shut down after the 1st of December because nobody wants to fish a tournament with forward-facing sonar. So, are you guys just all conspiracy theorists, or does Black Bears?
And Matt Herron said they're voting on it right now as we speak.
Good for him. He doesn't even fish in the organization anymore.
So I found, being the meme guy, I found the most awesome meme about clickbaits, and I really, really wish I could share it here. I will send it to the private chat, and if anybody wants it, if you guys message me, I will send it to you. I am not posting it publicly because I don't want to offend anybody.
Okay, we'll send it to the private chat because we all want to see it now.
I will. I
So,
will. Absolutely.
John, just to decipher what you're saying, you're telling me that all the Elite Series pros are on strike and they're going to treat this like a unionized kind of deal. And DB is telling me that Brandy Rocket is legitimately a Chinese spy, and he's texting all the guys telling them this will make a whole bunch of money on YouTube if you guys don't fish.
Chinese spy.
Glad I
Hmm.
could join you guys for the last half hour of the show.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Yeah, I don't think Slick Johnson has anybody in the office. I think he has some elite anglers
Yes.
that tell him they know this, you know, like the Matt Herons of the world that are still in the elites, you know, hey, Slick, this is what's happening. And he posts it like it's gospel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance it might happen. There's a chance it might not.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
the
I
weatherman.
I think we all know this and have said it on this show that it's our opinion, or at least I know I have, that the elites it's still gonna change. They're gonna figure out that MLF did it right, I think, and they're gonna figure out some kind of dividing thing where they do half the tournaments with and half without, or something like that, or half, 2 days with and 2 days without, or something.
Until they make somebody happy.
And that's the only way to make everybody happy is what they did, what MLF did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both sides.
I see Jared is on here this evening. Good to see you watching, Jared. I got a funny story about Jared.
Uh-oh.
I'm not going to completely give him up. So remind me after it's all over, but man, what a good time we had a couple weeks ago.
That is that's an awkward comment.
It's not awkward. I'm just going to keep it that way because I like Jared and we had a good time. He's good. He's fun to hang out with.
He's good people.
Yeah.
Drives all the way from Nebraska to fish AIA. I mean, just crazy, people, the amount of effort some people go through just to go fishing is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And he come all the way from Nebraska to Grand Lake and beat me and Moody's ass.
Yeah, he did.
So good fisherman too.
Well, Kiki, his boat is like over there right behind that white vehicle right there behind John. So
nice.
If you want to run by there tomorrow and maybe hijack it or something, leave a surprise.
Well, I learned that all people that own Rangers don't have the same caretaking for Rangers that I thought they did. I thought everybody that owned a Ranger boat just steered clear of the logs and the docks and everything, but Jared's Ranger looks like he's been to Bone Creek every day.
And mine looks worse than that.
He ain't scared to go on a hedge tree.
Mine looks worse than Jared's. His looks nice compared to mine.
Get out of here, Bugs.
Oh my.
He did say his boat was up for sale.
Yeah.
Well, he and John traded earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
He wanted to trade.
Hey, you know what? What's coming up this weekend? Anybody fishing the Grand Challenge?
I'm not fishing. If I thought I could duplicate what I did today, I would. But I don't have a clue whether I can or not. I don't think I can, be quite honest with you. Not right now.
Are you and Moody doing, or any combination of you doing nickels?
A couple of friends of mine are. Yeah. Mark's fishing a tournament over on Stockton.
Yeah. We got the Grand Falcon Challenge, and then the week after that, is that Memorial Day?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
already. Wow.
Well, and if you're looking to, and we got rooms. Again, that's weird, man. The holidays, we just don't fill up. If it's not a fishing tournament, I mean, we got 2 or 3 rooms booked, but we're wide open.
Had a I don't know if he's watching or not. Yeah, Mark said Summer Bass Brawl over on Stockton. I don't know if Richard's watching or not, but he wanted somebody to kind of. He texted me and he said, he said if someone could explain the format for the Stong tournament, since it's in August and it's a buddy tournament, it would be nice. I don't think Richard's watching because I think he had to go to work, but maybe keep that in mind for next week. I know I think I know the format pretty easily, but I think he wanted somebody to elaborate a little bit.
It's going to be paper.
Yeah. I mean, if your club fishes a paper tournament, it's going to be very similar to that.
And I don't know for sure, but I had spoken with Travis earlier about maybe using an identifier and taking pictures. You know, like kayak anglers do. They'll get a little, a poker chip or a quarter or whatever they hand out, the morning of, and that's got to be in each picture that you submit. But yeah, I think it's just going to do paper.
And that was maybe my next question is paper's cool and all, but I'm with a friend of mine, and how do I make sure the measurement is the exact same as the next guy's, and how do I make sure my measurement is okay with the tournament director?
Oh,
maybe that
he had to do, because of the slot at Caddo when he had the ladies event there a couple months back, he bought a whole pile of golden rules. So we should have a flat board for every entry.
Cool.
Yeah.
And as far as how do I know whether we're being honest, I think we kind of sort of decided I don't want to, we're not running the thing. Travis is running the thing, but I feel like we're kind of consultants, sort of, for this thing. Have been for years. I think we've kind of just decided that it's a charity event, and you're not fishing for any money, and you're fishing for your name on the plaque, really. And if somebody wants their name on the plaque that bad that they cheat, I guess so be it. The cause is the scholarship is the cause. Is that light too bright back there?
Pretty bright, Bob.
Yeah.
Say, Jared, shut that off, would you?
Jared's I think he's in my boat cutting my lures off.
Oh, that's way better.
So yeah, I mean that's just my 2 cents. I think it's a fun deal. Supposed to be a fun deal, and if I'm not going to get too worked up over whether or not somebody's measuring the fish right. My 2 cents.
Absolutely a fun deal. And it's probably it's the most competitive tournament on Big Hill all year, in my opinion, because I've won it twice. And the first time I won it, I think there was like 42 or 52 boats or something like that. And I was like, wow, that's pretty neat. But as long as Travis has got it figured out, I think it'll be great.
Yeah.
Whatever the tournament director says goes, right, DB?
Yes.
Because we've been known to say that before. Perfect instance of that is if Danny Barrett is at Orleans Trail and he says that he wants to put Orleans Trail off limits for the from point to point, then that's what Danny Barrett wants to do. And if you're the tournament director, you have every right to say that.
Or changes the length limit when you're at Warsaw to
That was a good decision.
good call.
If I want the length limit to be a whatever it is legally, then it is what it is. As a tournament angler, you have to abide by it.
Yes, you do.
And there is no argument. Well, there kind of was.
Which is what the problem is with BASS right now.
Unfortunately.
In my opinion.
Unfortunately.
There is no Trip Weldon. This is how it is, and this is how it goes.
Yeah,
and if there is, let me rephrase that. I think there are people that work at Bass that would, by all means, do that. This is how it is, and this is how it goes. But there are people above them that are not allowing that. People meaning person.
Ownership, management.
Yeah.
And it's not. It is. I agree with that. Ownership and management. It's also what the ownership allows the management to do.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah. I
think there are people that would, in the management positions, that would wholeheartedly be fine with saying, this is how it is, this is how it goes.
Yeah.
Period. And ownership is not allowing that or not supporting that when they do that.
Are you going to dive in the pool?
No, I'm gonna walk into my shop because I figure my neighbors probably don't want me to hear you argue. They don't want to hear me argue about bass fishing. I'm hoping maybe my echo goes away.
This is kind of fun getting the tour.
FYI, I just got done tying 3/4 ounce jigging spoons on every one of John's rods.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, those will work. Those
Good job,
will work.
Jerry.
Those will work perfectly. Wish I could have a couple of those reels to put in my display case. Those are outstanding, by the way. I think they're ambassadors.
Yes.
Looked like it.
If I saw them right.
Look at that. The glider.
You've caught the fever, haven't you?
No, not really. I just found a friend of mine that was custom painting some off-brand glides and asked him if I could try them out.
Oh, you'll get the fever when you see a big old girl come up behind one of them things.
Moody's got the fever. He's got the clutch fever.
Yeah, he said he bought 5.
He's got the clutch fever. He's giving me a hard time because I don't have the clutch fever, and I need the clutch fever. So
Maybe he's got to give it to you to get the fever.
I told him I already had a Ford T18 5-speed sitting here, and then I got some gears to rebuild it. So I ain't ready for a clutch yet, but got the gearbox repainted.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's standard transmissions take clutches, guys.
Yeah.
That's a
I'm with
standard. That's a standard transmission. That's a Ford T18 right there.
Yeah, I think. Thank you. What else are we going to talk about?
What have you guys talked about so far?
We talked about golf.
We
Fishing,
gave the results of day 1 and day 2.
diving in the water.
Yep.
Can we talk about a couple weeks ago at the Anglers in Action?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if Jared's still watching, how many listeners we got?
Not many.
Not
Oh,
5.
by not many, do you mean like not many or what?
Like
Said
6.
5, 6.
Oh, perfect. So is Jared still awake?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything for a bit since 8:15.
So we're awake and we're fixing to go fishing after a night of enjoying ourselves at the restaurant down the road. And asked Jared, I said, "Hey, so what, Danny?" Jared says, I'm summing the story up. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Asked Jared, I said, so did you guys have a good time? And he said, there was somebody he saw there, and their nickname, their stage name was Kiki.
Yes.
That's
And
beautiful.
at 5 o'clock in the morning, I like to spit my coffee out of my nose. I said, what? I said, what's the chances of that? And he just kind of looked at me and said, what? I said, what's the chances of that?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Oh, you boys spending your allowance like that.
I did not. I was a good person and was in
He
bed.
doesn't sleep on the couch.
I was in bed well before that, but we departed the restaurant. They went south towards Monkey Island, and they met a girl named Kiki.
Well, changing the subject to literally anything I can think of. So, Kiki, look over at Crank's shoulder there. Look at the size of that Rapala.
It's a DT 1000, Kiki.
That's a DT 1000.
It's bigger than my first 5-pound bass. Oh, here, look, I got this too. So this is when I first got my mount back.
Wow, his
Oh,
mouth
my.
was wide open.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Where'd you have the taxidermy done at?
Some guy here in town, I think. I don't know. It's been 28 years ago.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Hey, so speaking of fishing memories, Crank, do you have any submissions yet?
I don't believe I do. Here, hold
Man,
on,
that's disappointing.
let me put up my little photo again. Here, hold on.
What are we doing?
I need to make mine and get it to you.
Idle Zone favorite memories.
Yep. So again, we'll post this to our Facebook page too, but just send me a short video explaining your favorite memory fishing. And sometime in the future, we'll do an episode of, showing our guests' favorite memories. We'll talk about some of our favorite memories, and I think it'll be a good time.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will be good.
So what's everybody doing this weekend?
I have to dance on Friday and Saturday for the father-daughter dance.
So you're Kiki.
Nope.
Friday and Saturday?
Friday and Saturday. My
What,
daughter dances. She has 2 recital nights.
Oh,
So I have to do daddy-daughter dance both nights. Double feature.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
hats
Can,
off,
somebody,
dude.
can we get a hold of that video recording?
This would absolutely be the one to get a hold of because I only got to 1 practice this year.
Oh, I am gonna message Amy Crank. Good.
It's gonna be rough.
Jack, is that club Kansas Bassmasters?
Yeah, I talked to Larry. I think they're fishing Big Hill this weekend.
Wonder what day. I'm probably going to do this again this weekend.
Cool.
Heck yeah.
This was on Mother's Day. This was me and Max's Mother's Day gift to Emily.
Getting out of the house.
We went fishing. So, yeah, he's Max the Hammer.
Nice.
Nice. Where'd you guys go?
We went to Farlington and tried to get the bass on a frog, and we also tried to catch some crappie up shallow, but we kind of missed the spawn a little bit, which kind of sucks a little bit, but because the crappie are all out in the brush piles. We caught some crappie out in the brush piles, and we still caught some bass up shallow, but didn't jack on them like I wanted to. But we had a good time. It was nice to get out on a nice day. He still complained about his sunburn, so hard problem to have.
Yeah. Did you bring any crappies home for Mama for dinner?
I did not. Man, I'm so stocked up on crappie actually in the freezer that I didn't really need to bring any home. So
That's a good problem.
We are gonna have a fish fry here pretty quick. So
Danny perked up when you said fish fry.
oh yeah, man. It's hard to miss a good fish fry.
Yeah.
Did I see something shiny? Something shiny. You start talking about food, then I start thinking TikTok recipes. And I was just going to blurt out, on our bass fishing podcast, if I had sent you the crawfish boil with the tortellini.
Oh my, that looked delicious. I saw that.
But I won't mention that now.
Hmm.
It looked too good.
Crazy. Just a laid back evening visiting on the porch tonight.
Yeah,
And I enjoy it.
Mhm.
it is nice. The frogs are starting to chirp. Can you hear them?
Yeah.
They'll be loud here in a second, so we probably ought to, or I maybe need to go pretty soon. 'Cause they're going to get louder and louder.
Do we have a plan for next week? Or are we still skirting it?
I think we're still skirting it. Efforting.
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 Well done. Guys, thanks for watching as always. We've had a great visit this evening. Time out. John, Glenn needs to know, and Jerry's asking for Glenn.
They could actually walk right over here 3 steps. Man, question.
You're on an important
Because they're like right over there, sitting at the table.
That's hilarious.
They're doing shots.
I don't know. They're
Shots
probably
over there?
doing shots over there, yeah.
I'm glad they're giving you hell, buddy.
Well, you guys have fun. Guys, thanks for watching. Man, make a video. A 30-second video of your favorite fishing memories. Send it to Crank. Revisit the what do I want to say? The fundraiser link for Wayne. The GoFundMe. Keep them in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Have a great week. See you next time.
Later, my
Peace.
friend.